Okay, so we had this. So we're looking at speed and using the speed formula to calculate speed, distance, and time. So write this down. Speed formula is speed is equal to your distance divided by your time. So if you put it in a formula, it would be S is equal to D divided by T. Okay, speed is equal to distance over time. So we have got an example. If you've got 300 kilometers and it was for 3 hours, you go 300 divided by 3 and you get 100 kilometers per hour. Make sure you set it out like this, all the equal signs underneath each other, and make sure you put your units in. So the speed formula can be arranged to calculate times and distances using the speeds. So the speed triangle, so this is the triangle, can be remembered for the speed formula, and its rearrangements makes either its distance or time. So if you play with these three, you can see what the formula is, and I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, three formulas are: speed is equal to distance over time. So distance, speed is equal to distance over time. You can see speed is highlighted, so it's distance divided by time. Write that down. Actually, once I finish this slide, go back and write these all down for me. Then if you've got time, it's distance over speed. So time, distance over speed. Okay, so it's distance divided by speed. And then if you've got distance, it's speed times times. So because they're next to each other, you times them. So you multiply by time. So D is equal to S times D. Write all three of those down, and then you'll have it for what you've got to do. All right, so let's do this. So calculating speed, distance, and time by substituting the relevant. So calculate the average speed when the distance is equal to 270 kilometers and the time is that. Always write down your formula first. So speed equals distance over time. Our distance is 270, our time is 3.75. There you go, divided, you put in your calculator, 270 divided by 3.75, and you get 72 kilometers per hour. Beautiful. Let's do another example. Calculate the time taken when the average speed is that. So we go T is equal to distance divided by speed. And then we put it in. So what was our distance? 5.2 meters per second. And our distance was 200 meters and our time was 5.2 meters per second. There you go, 200. And then you put your calculator, 200 divided by 5.2, and you get 38.5 seconds. So what was the time taken? It was 38.5 seconds. Let's look at the distance traveled if the average speed was that. So distance, we've got a time. So we go speed times time. So your speed was 77 and your time was 2.5 hours. And we then go, I don't know what that was. Your speed was 77 kilometers per hour. I think that was supposed to be a slash. Anyway, times by 2.5 and you get 192.5 kilometers. So let's apply this. Lee used cruise control and traveled at a constant speed of 110 kilometers along the highway. If he started at 110, how far have you traveled from 155? So the first thing we've got to do is work out. So we know that what the speed is. We've got to work out the time. So we've got 155 to 110. So we work it out and we say, okay, it's 45 minutes. But remember, we have to put that into a fraction. So we go 45 over 60 because it's minutes, and we get 0.75 hours. So now he traveled for 7.5 hours. So we know our speed, we know what our time is. So what is our formula is D equals S times T. So our speed would be 110, our time would be 0.75, times them together, and you get 82.5 kilometers. Show me all right. And then, that's the most important thing. If they ask it in a question, you've got to write your final answer in a question. So I'm looking for beautiful work. Show it to me, baby. See ya.